What's up, everybody? Welcome to Snyder's Inc. And today we got a top 15 video. And tomorrow we're gonna have a top 15 video. 2 top 15 videos in the next 2 days. Both involving school. But this one is top 10 scary school teacher encounter videos. So I'm curious to see what's gonna be going on in this one. And I think we need to get right into it. Are you guys ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
Number 15, Mr. Reynolds. This clip shows footage of a Tulsa City teacher breaking something across his desk and then proceeding to throw a chair and a student desk across the room, all the while shouting, "Is that..."
What the hell has gone on to this teacher that pissed him off so much? Holy shit, man.
"That what I'm supposed to do?" He then kicks a student out of the classroom, telling him not to come back.
What did this student do to this teacher? Or did he do anything? Did this teacher just snap and take it out on him? What is going on? No teacher should react like that at all.
Is that what I'm supposed to do? Yeah. Get out now! Don't come back!
KJRH-TV published this clip in January of this year, 2018, writing, Tulsa Public School Superintendent Deborah Just on Thursday addressed a video that surfaced of a teacher throwing a desk in class. Directly after the incident, Just told the media that the teacher in question wouldn't be teaching the rest of the week, and later said he was unlikely to teach in a Tulsa public school classroom ever again.
I was about to say, don't you be saying he's just gone for the week. This boy threw a damn desk and some chairs. That's a danger, like that's dangerous. In an actual classroom, that's fucking dangerous. What the hell, man?
Number 14, teacher standing on desk. This video shows South Carolina teacher Lisa Houston pulling the hair of her student who is sleeping at his desk.
Okay. Let's dissect this open. Well, this teacher right here was so offended by this student sleeping that she's standing on his desk. And now she is attempting to pull his hair and anything to keep him awake. Just fucking teach. Ignore this guy. Just ignore him. I wouldn't say this is scary. Because it's not. But it's really weird. It's a really bizarre thing to do. I don't think I'd say it's scary, but it's really fucking bizarre.
The 27-year veteran teacher at Palmetto High stands on the student's desk, nudging him with her toe and patting his face, trying to wake him. While not excessive compared to some encounters on this list, it did send social media into a frenzy and resulted in an investigation. The verdict: Houston retired early in what her lawyer, Ryan Beasley, called a forced resignation, and many students were not on board with the school board's decision. In fact, they marched in her support at their school, calling her one of the best of teachers.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say this is needed for retirement. This is freaking bizarre. It's really weird. There's no doubt about it. Not retirement worthy, I would say. Not really to kick off teaching. Just fucking maybe tell her not to do that. I don't understand what the thought process was for her for that. Because it's really weird. But yeah, definitely not retirement worthy. I think that's a bit of an overstretch. So I can see why they supported the thing. Although I saw like that I'd probably end up getting expelled because I tripped her ass. I'm just saying what I'd be doing.
Even the boy in the video wrote a letter in her favor, and his father said they never requested disciplinary action to be taken against her. What do you think? Was this behavior worthy of a forced resignation?
No, it's just funny and weird, but no, it's not, no.
Number 13, busted iPhone. A middle-aged female teacher is giving a presentation for her students on a projector. In the middle of her presentation, a loud beeping is heard. It seems that a teenage boy in the front row has received a call on his phone. Instead of powering down, he takes the call with his head bowed. And instead of continuing with her lesson, the teacher rips the phone out of his hand and smashes it to pieces.
Okay, that is. See, that's when anger. Now, here is where on both sides. He should not have taken the call. At least not in the room. Should have left and taken the call. Because, no, you don't want to hear. That's not something you do around a teacher. Because they will take offense to that. Because it's somewhat offensive. You're just disrespecting them. Even if you don't find it, they find it disrespectful. The teacher now, though, should not have broken the phone. Should have taken the phone. I've seen people do that. Teachers do that. Teachers take phones if you're not paying attention. But no, don't break the phone, because then you got to pay for the phone. Because that's your problem. Now you made yourself way more of a problem. You made yourself a problem you didn't need to have. So she did not help her situation there.
On the linoleum floor, then she just gets back to business. The verdict is mixed on whether this action was justified. In the comment section of this video, YouTuber Peter Pinter wrote deserved, while Brett Merrow wrote what an ill-tempered display of a lack of self-control. Do you think the teacher had the right to do something?
No, she did not have the right to destroy the phone. She would have had the right if she took it. She would have had the right if she took the phone. Like, obviously give it back at the end of the day. Don't just take it for yourself. But if you took the phone while you were doing that and then gave it back, yeah, that would have been justified. Destroy the phone? No. That's not deserved. That's not deserved at all. Although the dude was disrespectful, that's not deserved at all.
Something like this, I think just taking the phone away for the rest of class would have been sufficient. Number 12, prank gone wrong. We've all done it, played pranks on our poor, long-suffering teachers, but some students push the prank a bit too far, past the point of no return. Published by Timothy Wagenseller in October of 2013. In the video, one of the pranksters shouts, "Computers suck," then promptly smashes the keyboard against the computer, destroying the computer. Keys start flying everywhere. He tries to break the keyboard over his knee. Then he picks up the computer monitor and chucks it against the wall.
Computers suck.
Okay, what's the prank part? Is it the computer? Is the computer and keyboard the thing? Are they fake? What's the prank here?
Needless to say, the computer teacher doesn't keep his cool. He walks steadily across the room and tells the man in no uncertain terms to leave.
Get that out of here. Get that out of here.
Wait.
Get that out of here.
I'm about to say, what the, hold on. No. You can't be mind blown by this guy's reaction. You can't. No. This kid, in no certain way, cannot be offended or shocked by this guy's reaction and think it's not, what does he think's gonna happen? You're talking about a guy. You're talking about you're destroying the computer teacher. You're just destroying his thing. He doesn't know it's a prank. He doesn't know what's going on. It's just a computer. It's a computer to him that's been destroyed. What are you? You can't be shocked by it. This guy's reacting perfectly as I feel he would.
Get that out of here.
That's our computer.
He continues to walk towards him as the student backs away. Off screen, it's clear that the teacher is following him out the door. Though the teacher's reaction was certainly frightening, what he didn't see was that the pair had placed a hidden camera and are seen switching out the school computer for a dummy computer, complete with a dummy keyboard.
Okay, good, because I was like, please tell me the keyboard's fake too. This guy did. Still, that was not a good choice in prank. Not a good idea.
It said he shortly retired after the incident, and I don't blame him. Number 11, dragging student. Many of the entries so far have been filmed by students themselves.
Oh,
what
no.
happens when...
Oh, no, you don't be doing... Oh, no. I don't want to see no teacher doing that. Dragging a street... Oh, fuck off, man. What the hell? The fact any teacher is, like, doing that is insane to me. What the hell?
When security cameras catch teachers behaving badly, one Kentucky teacher, Ashley Silas, found out the hard way. Silas was caught red-handed guiding a student down a hall. And when I say guided, I mean dragging a 6-year-old. Silas claimed she was forced to drag the boy because he was acting up. Still, that doesn't justify dragging a first grader roughly by the arm down a hallway. At least that's what the boy's parents said.
I agree. I get he's misbehaving. There's better ways to deal with the situation than dragging him down a goddamn hallway.
Although they acknowledge that the boy struggles with behavioral issues, they say he suffers from ADHD. Silas, on the other hand, claimed that the student sought to be the center of attention and actually liked being dragged down the hallway.
Oh, father! I hate this teacher already. Hate this teacher already.
At first, the school didn't agree. The teacher was fired, but she appealed the decision and was rehired as a floating teacher in the school system, with a 7-week unpaid suspension for her conduct. The attorney for the school system said they were forced to take Silas back and asked the question we are all probably asking: in what world is it okay to do something like this?
I'm just gonna... I don't respond to that was important. But let's just dissect the stupidity of this whole situation. Okay. Ignoring the fact that let's just focus on the end part of that here. So this teacher is fired because she dragged a 6-year-old pretty much through the school. The teacher agreed, the school board agreed with that decision, saying she should have been fired. Then she appeals it, and they hire her back claiming they had... This is why people hate schools and teachers, because there's no responsibility here. There is a lack of responsibility in this school, in schools, because the teachers can mostly do whatever, and it's not it's not as bad as police. Like, it's not even comparable. But the fact this school is held back just shows a lack of willingness to accept responsibility in the school system.
The answer, in a world that's getting crazier by the day. Number 10, snapped. Teachers are often pushed to the brink of insanity by disruptive students. Sometimes these wary teachers snap, and when they do, it's not pretty. YouTuber Enter Decipher published footage of one of these snaps in October of 2010. After saying he has the power and he knows it, the teacher becomes more confrontational. That's when he starts overturning desks and going absolutely crazy.
Come on, another table.
At one point he says,
I'm so conflicted. I'm conflicted with this guy because so here's the thing. So then why are they recording him? And why is he okay with them recording him? That's one that's bothering me. Two, why is he... I am missing part of this. I am missing the part of what caused him to snap like this. This is just... It kind of feels out of nowhere to me. I'm missing a part of this. And this is probably in the video, it explains more of it, but I'm missing a huge chunk of this here.
Do you know who started the fire in this school? Me. He then picks up something, a book maybe, and slams it onto the floor. The students start running scared, fleeing the room screaming. Viewers are mixed about whether or not the unruly students had it coming. Some think the teacher was in the right, and under such duress anyone might break.
Okay, so no, he's not in the right to snap like this. However, these students are pushing this guy, I feel already. I can tell by the vibe of this video that these students are pushing this teacher as much as they can. And then he snapped. That is what happened here. Is it justified? No. Should have they seen it coming? Yes. Yep. Should have seen it coming. You're lucky it's just flipping table and slamming a book on a thing. You're lucky it's not that, in all honest truth.
Others think that the teacher overreacted and should have just called security or sent those misbehaving out of the classroom. Number 9, no nonsense teacher.
You can't send the misbehaving ones out of the classroom if the whole class is the ones misbehaving.
Though we don't know the events before this video began being recorded, a confrontation has broken out between two students. As they get closer and closer, it seems like it's only seconds before everything gets out of hand. But luckily, the teacher is not having any of this nonsense. In an angry tone, he tells both boys to sit back down. One complies while the other leaves the classroom after being bombarded by the teacher. Though it appears the teacher's patience was certainly tested, it was good he prevented the situation from getting much worse. Who knows what would have happened if he hadn't been there. Number 8.
I would love to hear audio from this. That's the only thing missing. I would love to hear audio from this. Who knows what was said. But, yeah, it's a good thing he handled that. So, yeah, teacher's damn good for handling the situation the way he did.
8. Restrained. Have you ever been restrained indefinitely by a teacher? This kid has. Published by VTGMA in April of 2014.
Oh, no. Let me tell you something. If a teacher, when I was a student, would have held me in place, but there would have been pure violence breaking out. And I mean, like, she would have had some marks, she would have had a boot, something, might have some blood come out the mouth of the ball. Girl, man, you hold me in place, no. Don't you be trying to... I'm sorry, that sounds bad, I know, but don't you be holding me in place. You ain't got a reason to hold me in place, don't hold me in place.
14. This video shows a young male student being restrained on a school bus by his female teacher. She is holding him tightly on her lap with both arms as the boy slowly panics. She tells him she wants him to calm down and pats his arm as he wiggles and squirms to get away.
Don't.
You better wrestle him. You better wrestle him.
Stop. What you doing? I need you to calm down.
A while later, as the boy tells the teacher to let go of him, and tries to slam his head against her. This is when she snaps. Standing up, she takes the boy's head and pushes it forward, while still restraining him with her other arm, and tells him he needs to stop. It seems the boy's behavior is delaying the bus's departure. Another pair of arms appear in view as someone else attempts to help restrain the boy. After he tries to break free again, the boy says the new woman who stepped in is laughing, although the clip doesn't show her face. In fact, the students seem to think this is all fun and games. It is until someone gets hurt. Number 7.
That's another one. I don't know what happened before and say that's justified or not. I will say, though, that that would not have happened to me. But I will say that, yeah, that should not, I will say restrain the boy is not going to help the situation. That was not, I do know enough to know that does not help the situation. That's just going to end, that's just going to continue the inevitable.
7. Band breakdown. 7.
If you want to have a thing, have him, talking about the other one, for one thing, have someone sit with him if he's not listening. Don't hold him in place, because he's just going to fight it longer. So that's, yeah. It might have been bad, good thing, but good in theory, but it's not going to help the situation.
713 published his mental breakdown on September of 2012, writing, "The music teacher has had it with the talking. After a squeaky score, the conductor stops the band and they immediately break into song, a song of disruption and chit-chat. The teacher doesn't take it in stride. He shouts at his students to stop talking, grabs the nearest musical instrument that he can find, which just so happens to be one of his students' violins, smashes it against the wall and then breaks the bow over his knee. The class immediately goes silent. Then the music teacher says to the student whose instrument he just snapped like a toothpick, 'You know what day it is today?' April 1st, the student replies." Number 6.
Is that the, what? Hold on. Wait a minute, what? Hold on. So wait, that was the April Fool's joke? Was it easy to play guitar, like violin? Is that what's supposed to, what? I'm confused by that one.
6. History repeats itself. Summerzilla 53 published this insane video in November of 2013, writing that the teacher on record is Mr. Fratto, and that he, in his opinion, is a little crazy.
I'm getting that vibe from him in the span of 5 seconds. In literal the seconds I've listened to this guy, I have gotten this vibe from him. This guy is legitimately coming off batshit insane. I don't even hear an audio of him.
See for yourself. Fratto, who teaches history class, is heard telling Charles to quit eyeballing him. Charles, as it turns out, is a stuffed shirt, propped up at the teacher's desk.
Excuse
the
me?
teacher does seem to be a little off. Between telling Charles off and mimicking him, he suddenly leans forward on his cane and, on a totally other subject, asks the class, "Hey, do you guys believe in legends?" As Mr. Fratto continues with his lesson, all the while leaning forward on his cane and telling of town squares, packed full of townspeople to witness the burnings. Mr. Fratto then says he doesn't care if they believe it or not, but he believes it. Then he whips around again sporadically and shouts at Charles to quit eyeballing him. After that, the finale. "That's it," Fratto yells, before striking Charles with his cane.
Quit eyeballing me! Because I believe it. I said because I believe. That's it! I told you, Brad. I told you, you over here.
He knocks the stuffed shirt.
Okay, I'm sorry. I wouldn't help but laugh at this guy. I'm sorry, I laugh at him so much. I would end up his enemy. What the? How is this guy allowed to teach? This guy's a little batshit insane. How is this guy allowed to teach? Is he on drugs? What is going on with this guy? What? There's so much wrong with that then. There's so much wrong here.
Until it falls out of the chair. Then he throws his cane to the ground. So what's going on here? Many in the comments section are wondering the same thing, with some declaring that they thought Charles was a real person the whole time. I'll admit upon first watch, so did I. While others say he must be on something. Some agree that this is disturbing. What do you think? Number 5, no pomegranates. Matt's Legit published a video of a super strange and scary encounter in October of 2017 writing, "Teacher mad about pomegranates, will we ever find out why?" Already the description makes the story intriguing. Watch the clip and you'll see it's even more curious than described.
Say the rule again. No pomegranates! Say it.
No pomegranates.
The
The student, one of the students is trying so hard not to laugh here out loud. I don't blame him. If I heard someone screaming, I'd start laughing out loud.
teacher standing at the front of the class in front of a projector demands the classroom say it. That is, say no pomegranates. She shouts the phrase with gusto, and her students repeat unenthusiastically. She urges them, come on, and then it gets quite scary. Red-faced and screaming, she jumps up and down like a toddler throwing a tantrum. No pomegranates. The classroom is completely silent, probably in a state of surprise. I don't want them anywhere near here, she says. Am I clear? Thankfully, one soul in the comments section has an explanation. YouTuber Headlock wrote, for some context, she was talking about negative versus positive reinforcement. It was a psychology class. Number 4.
Well, maybe pomegranate is not the word to use, because it just makes you sound like you're fucking a lunatic.
4. Bad teacher.
Apologize for my language.
This clip begins with the teacher in the middle of a rant about what real is. Apparently it hurt.
Oh, hell no. We're getting the teacher talking about real? Oh, no, you aren't going to get no teacher. Teachers don't know real. Teacher thinks they know real. They don't know real.
Hurts and isn't nice. Along with ranting and raving about real life, the teacher, identified as Stephen Roth. The rant is full of strange thoughts and mocking. Throughout his speech, the teacher claims that no one cares about the kid, and his manner of ill treatment is preparing him for the real world. Tough love, so to speak.
Art. What's the definition of normal? Hey!
Yo, I get what you're
So,
saying.
you want me to call you normal, but you don't even know what it is. That makes a whole lot of sense.
When you leave here, no one cares that you're special, the teacher says. Through the entire video, Roth's entire demeanor is aggressive. Then when the student says he won't be called special when he gets out of school, the teacher takes it a step further. He approaches his desk to intimidate the kid, asking him what's he gonna do. Roth faced.
What is this? Okay. What has happened in this teacher's day? What has happened in this class? This is so aggressive. What happened that led to this guy to go on this rant and target this student? Did the student say he was special? What the hell happened?
Disciplinary action from the school district in New Jersey. Number 3, strict no texting policy. Sometimes college professors can be just as crazy as those you encounter in high school. Paul Travis Phillips published this clip in August of 2010, showing how seriously professors often take themselves when a student is caught texting in class while the professor is speaking. Instead of letting it slide, as most professors might, this one takes action. After asking if the student is texting and getting a confirmation, the professor navigates the rows of student desks, holds out his hand for the phone, and returns to the front of the classroom. There, he says he has a strict policy about texting. He snaps the phone in half and puts both pieces into his glass of water.
Why did this is 2 times now in this video. They have, again, he could have took the phone. That is fine. No one would have said anything. You're texting class, you deserve to have your phone taken. Anyone who has an issue with that are the ones that do it. But when he puts it in water, he's taking it to phone because now he's destroying someone else's property.
I have a strict policy about texting.
While the classroom watches in sheer surprise, the student is pretty upset, as would anyone be. He packs his bags and leaves the classroom without a word. Number 2, teacher meltdown. This video, published by TV How Can in February of 2017, is short but to the point.
Damn. This guy's getting up in these students' faces, man. In 5 seconds, he has gone right in the face. Just right face to face with these students. Wow.
In it, the teacher is clearly having a meltdown as he screams at the top of his lungs, justs his finger into each of his students' faces, and slams his fist down onto the desk in front of him.
Okay? If you don't ready, I'm gonna throw you out. Be ready to get thrown out now. Be ready. I'm gonna throw you out. If you don't get to work in here, be ready. It's gonna...
Apart from saying he's going to throw the students out, it's hard to tell what he's ranting and raving about.
He's fucking incoherent, man.
He's spluttering so much, but what is clear is he should probably retire yesterday. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. This way, you'll be notified of the new video we upload every Tuesday. Number 1, break time. Some teachers really need to take some anger management classes. This one especially. This surveillance footage shows what sometimes happens behind closed doors to our most vulnerable, our children. A teacher from Riverdale School in Ohio was caught on camera grabbing a 6-year-old student
Damn, that was unneeded.
aggressively in a hallway. The kindergartner was headed out of the bathroom when his teacher, Barb Williams, approached him, grabbed hold of him by the front of the shirt, and pinned him to the wall. Held there, Williams squeezed the child's face, then lifted him off the ground by his shirt. You can see his head fly back when she does this. Eric Hoffman, the Riverdale superintendent, suspended the teacher without pay for 10 days and warned her that she would be terminated for any further misconduct, citing that her actions were completely unwarranted and unprofessional. But this punishment wasn't enough to the Nelsons. Despite Ian being moved to a different kindergarten class in the school, they wanted her fired. They planned to pursue charges with the Hancock County Sheriff's Office. Not sure if the charges stuck, but they certainly had proof of excessive force in this video.
Again, this continues the problem that this area, it's that lack of responsibility in the school. This teacher clearly did this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But they're like, well, if you do it again. Why do you need to be a second time? You shouldn't do it the first time. Once you do it once, you should be fired. Now, you don't need to do it a second time. Well, everybody, that's it for this reaction video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Probably didn't, but yeah, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you for the next one.